Hello, this is a VOD review for some C person who also plays in Korea. And he's playing Evelynn this game, and I want to say right off the bat that his runes, the one thing I might change, because I think I liked this more on Evelynn, was he's taking Relentless Hunter, and I prefer Ultimate Hunter just because Evelynn's biggest threat is when she has her ultimate, and it's quite a long cooldown. And the other thing is he took the movement speed after each summoner and water walking. I personally don't like I don't like water walking on her. I would definitely take the adaptive force when you're healthy just because she's always healthy or should be. And the the movement speed after summoner can be good, but again, I really think that due to her high AP ratios, it's really important to just take Gathering Storm and the Adaptive Force, just because again, high AP ratios, she can actually utilize it, and it's just so she doesn't fall off because every HP can matter because of her execution mechanic on her ultimate. Um, so yeah, we're just gonna go on right now. I'm gonna do click on, and it should stay. I watched like 17 minutes of this. I didn't know if I'd finish it, but I pretty much understand what he's doing. Mostly wants to know padding. Although the big thing I see is, or saw rather, was he's not really kiting or using the abilities correctly with this specific champion. Uh, I don't care about what the enemy team is doing. I'm never a big fan of invades. It's kind of whatever. They don't end up taking the blue, so I don't know what the point of this was. It can just lead to disasters if they decide to go with their blue. So this is all good right now. And then something bad happens. So Grom spawns. And what he's gonna do is he's gonna shoot a Q at the Grom and kill that. And the issue with this is like you're prioritizing clear speed a bit too much here. As in, if we let this play out, you're gonna finish the blue. The Grom's close to you, and you ranked your E second here as well. So the issue here is that you're just taking so much damage because you lured the Gromp to you. You didn't rank the W, and yeah, like it's like I believe it's even faster to even just level out your W as well, and it also level up your W also gives you your mana back, so it's really good, especially like after your first back and stuff. But if the big thing here is that you're just tanking so much damage, and it's in my opinion a big mistake. Like even if you go red, you do red, go over here, uh, W the big one, and then shoot a Q on the little one, and then so because the earlier you shoot the Q, the earlier your Q will come up off cooldown. So here he should just finish the blue, just shoot another Q, don't take any damage, then just W the Gromp and attack it, and he would have been way healthier. He's just chugging pots here. Like if Sejuani did like a clear such as red and then just like check what Evelynn's doing or something like that, like see if she's doing a full clear or because a jungler can do this where they'll do red and then just go over here and just see what you're doing. Like see if you're doing the Gromp and Wolf clear, or see if you just did blue and just rushing here, you know, because you're playing Evelynn, so it's like most people would assume you're just doing blue as well. So it's just you're very vulnerable right now, as because you didn't walk all the way over here as well, so you're just very vulnerable right now, very low HP, just very dangerous jungling. And here as well, like you could have like through the W it, throw the Q, walk away, then Q and get all that HP. And instead it's just like a big face tank. One thing that I believe this happens in the next clear is your passive comes up every 4 seconds or whatever, like after you get hit by a monster when you're attacking creeps. And it's always important to wait for it to come up before starting a camp. And it should be up because if you use your W, because it does way more damage and it's AoE as well. So it's really nice. This is okay. I also just feel like you maybe could have kited them a bit better. So yeah, you hit level 3, you ranked another point into Q. You really should just get W. I'm not sure what this is. Like, let me just go back. Sorry, it's a bit overwhelming. There's just a lot of things going on. Let me think about this one. Yeah, shooting that's okay. And then just Q, E, W. And then at this point, you should just walk away, W that. And because it's fine if you walk away because you're going to get more HP from the burn. And then the big one will die. And it's just like, you're just tanking so much damage. Because it's like Evelynn should never be this low in the jungle. You're very vulnerable to invade. You see Sejuani, so you can just do the red. I'm not sure why you're walking over here if you see the Sejuani too. Even if you don't, even if you didn't see the Sejuani, like let's say she didn't appear on the map, like you know, say you didn't have this ward and she didn't appear there. Well, if you were this low, like you shouldn't be this low first off. But against the Sejuani, like, or even in general, like it's like if she gets a jump on Evelynn, Evelynn's very weak early. Okay, so if someone gets a jumping, let's say she was waiting that bush or something. If she gets a jump on you as you're checking the bush, you're not gonna win the fight. So checking the bush is pretty pointless. You might as well go for, you know, like lure it over here and just hope she comes or something. It could even be maybe even worse is shooting, like going this way, shooting a Q just to see if anyone's in there as the red's almost dead even. So like here, you should have just went out instantly, and you just hit it and like go over here and just lure it over here. Because again, this you can't duel anyone as Evelynn this early. Especially with this low of HP. So yeah, you don't have your W's as you're so low. Also, don't smite red buff. Typically, you want to save your red buff for Krugs, but you kind of had to smite it just because you're almost dead. But again, that should not be an issue as long as you're using your W. Evelynn's a really weird champion where it feels weird just doing nothing and waiting for your W, but it's worth it. And for example, with this camp, you would go to it and put your W on the big Grom, Krug, and then shoot your Q on the medium one, and then just wait. And it's not wasting time. So, like here, it's a bit sketchy as well, because you can't really, sustain it well. Like you're so vulnerable. This is also very small, but like right now, you're right now you're lining up your Q with the Krugs, and it's a bit RNG where they go. But for instance, in this instance, oh, they're all in one bunch. You Q it once. Right now, you should just walk away because you'll just get this free HP. But you Q again and kill some, and it was kind of like, ugh. Most champions, as long as they hit one ability on the small Krugs, like a dot, like even with like 5 damage, it'll die as long as you have a talisman. That's very important to remember. Champions like Vi, you can do that as well to sustain, and Nico. Um, Let me go back here. So, yeah, let me see the exact timing on this, if you're like looking over here or not. I was looking at a YouTube video you gave me, but the audio broke, so I'm using this now, and it was too hard to actually pay attention. So, that's pretty fair. It's like okay, I mean, yeah, I mean that can happen because realistically you shouldn't have even had a flash, but that happens sometimes. And, yeah, you went kind of deep there. Yeah. I think that's why it's kind of important to just like walk over here and like if he walks away, oh well. So yeah, maybe try to pay attention more to what's in front of you rather than like, oh, I'm gonna click over here and then you're not paying attention to who's appearing over here. So you had a flash there. This is where it's also a bit interesting because okay, you Sejuani's passive. That's a huge part of her kit. And can you turn off this? Yeah. So realistically, maybe you should have even just stayed here. Honestly, like, because if you were just staying here and just throwing Qs out, it's like a big threat. And I think if they did dive you, I think honestly he might won't have enough for two abilities, or probably only one. I think if you just stay here, you shouldn't have even died. Like they'll probably one die, or it'll be a trade, and it'll probably be worth. But yeah, it's just a lot of XP is being lost right now. Because I believe well, Rector will get this XP, but like afterwards, like this is lost XP, so this is a big loss. So I really feel like you should have stood your ground and just back this Renekton up. Because I don't think they would have been able to dive you, because the Sejuani's passive was down, and you could keep it down as well. Yeah, I really felt like you should have even just, like at that point, maybe you even should have just walked over here and be like, yep, I'm just gonna go over here. Like, is there so much XP wasted? I could have gave you a big lead in XP. Always look for excuses to leech XP. Here it's fine that you W. Like I understand what you're doing. He flashed in. Preferably it would be better to charm the Sejuani, but honestly, I probably would have done the same thing. It doesn't really matter, honestly, because it's like you're on TeamSpeak and stuff. I don't know why they even overstayed so much. Uh, I think that guy even dies. Yeah, Sejuani flashes. It's a bit of a shame. Well, she would have lived, but it's a shame that Evelynn's E didn't follow the Sejuani. I don't think it can even go over walls. It's lame. Warwick's thing can. So that'll happen. You go back and yeah, buying the book is fine. That was the correct buy. Right now, you just do a full clear again. Evelynn's goal is just to level up. AP champions are very good with levels. I guess smiting goes okay. Right now, you should walk away and W it. But again, you're just tanking damage. You're not utilizing Evelynn's W enough. Yeah, that's why it also could have been fair to just not even smite that. So when you do go to the Gromp, your W will be up for the initial Gromp. And you could also just smite the Gromp as well. Right now, your W's up, walk away, and W. Yep, you're doing it now. That's good. That was a lot of mana. It's fine. Just walk away more. You're like, I think you hug the small raptors a lot. You need to just walk like north or like west or something, or like even east. Just don't take so much damage. You shouldn't be this slow. So like, let me just go back a little bit. Let me go back a little bit more. So, like right here, the Q, QE, and then just W and then walk away like over or here or something. Instead, you're just like tanking all this damage that you shouldn't be, and you need to utilize the burn more. Go ahead. Cause like, even like, I'm not even saying this is the case, but like, even if you were spending 2 more seconds on like like 3 camps or something, but if you got like 200 more HP, especially early on, it's way better than just brute forcing everything. Because again, utilizing the W is very important because you have like very little mana right now. So if it was an extended fight, you couldn't help that much. Again, you should W it. You don't W it though. The big one also hurts you a lot. Like, just walk a bit north over here. Like, if when you approach the camp, go this way. W it through a Q on the little one, and then kill the big one. You're just so low. It's hard. Like, realistically, you should have at least 3/4 of your HP right now. You could easily help with this. Cassiopeia cleans up, though. So here was also another questionable thing. So, we know Sejuani's mid. I just push amp. And you're walking, and you saw this fruit. I remember you were clicking on this fruit, but I don't know why you didn't kill it. Because even if you're backing right now, you should definitely just kill it. Because like she doesn't need it, and it's like you're right there. You might as well eat it because it's better than like someone else getting it eventually. Just utilize the bonuses as they're there. Because even if you go back, it just means like you can immediately click off a fountain and just go and buy items. Like because when you go back, it's good to click and then buy items, not buy items and go. So, you could have ate the fruit, bought backed, and then just bought items and not have to wait for mana or HP. But yeah, so Dwayne is mid, so and also you would see this yellow icon. So yeah, you should definitely go there. When did it exactly appear though? Yeah, it appeared right now, so actually, yeah. Yep. Again, you should have ate that fruit. It would have made this way less risky. I don't also understand this, because like, again, I'm not sure why you even came here if your intention wasn't to invade it, because blue's going to spawn here. So I didn't understand why you actually finished backing, because if we actually go back as well, Sejuani goes a bit south, and yeah, she could also be faking it if this was like a higher elo game where like people purposely like pad weird and then just to throw you off. But the thing is Sejuani can't, like, even if she's level 6, I don't know if even she gets level 6 off this way, but regardless, you're Evelynn, you're level 6. With your ultimate, do you even have flash? I don't think you even have flash. No, you don't have flash, but it's fine. Because you have ultimate, you have a speed boost with your E, and you could easily just throw the blue, lure the blue over here, and have it on your side. So if Sejuani does appear over here, very rare, very unlikely she'll go this way. Uh, you can just run north and just get away. And you do have smite, so realistically, there's no real threat by Sejuani to steal this blue. Because yeah, see, so she was walking this way. Yeah, she could be going like this, but there's just so much time. Evelynn's very bursty. A quick Q, Q E, and just putting a W after would instantly kill this buff, especially with a smite. So I don't understand why you did this. You should have easily got that. You would have had better gold. The gold, I don't think you would have been able to buy a better item. But with this back, you also should have bought a Stalker's Blade, because the blue smite is very goner. You do end up buying eventually, and boots. That's what I would have done. That's also, you can also argue, because if you do like the Ravenous Hunter rune, because honestly it's a it can be more of a playstyle thing. If you Since you do have that, boots aren't as important. So you could have even just like delayed not getting boots and just waited until you had a Stalker's Blade. Although usually buying boots is not worth it. So you go back, and I don't like this item you buy. You buy the Dark Seal. A lot of Evelyns buy this. I'm not a big fan of some items. I dislike. Uh, I don't. I'm not a big fan of some items because it just leads to inconsistent results where some games you're ridiculously powerful, sometimes you're not. But another reason you could be buying this is because of 25% healing on potions. The mana on it is pretty worthless. And the healing potions is pretty worthless on Evelynn if you know what you're doing. But with how you're playing her, I'm pretty sure it is useful. But it's just like, I'm not a big fan of this item. Like, you ended up getting a jungle item, I think, like 12 minutes in the game, which is really late for a jungle item. You should usually get a jungle item between like 8 or 9 minutes in like a pretty decent game. Especially as Evelynn, who can farm like mad. I think something silly happens here as well, if I recall. Yeah, she won. That's fine though. This is fine giving the buff. One thing that that's a bit of confused. Well, also, well, Alley. No. But okay, so I believe Gromp does spawn, but I think Spectre is bugged. I hear Gromp spawning here. So realistically, maybe you even should have just went and did the Gromp fast, and then like maybe let Cass get the scuttle, I guess, for mana. But yeah, I think it's spawned. I'm not quite sure, so I'm not sure why you're going this way. Honestly, exactly. Yeah, it is there, so I'm not sure why you went that way. Although to be fair, it's probably better to go that way anyway. It's because Cass went here immediately after. So yeah, you get the. One thing you should have done here is walk east. So right now, you're pretty much done leeching. You should just go with your Gromp. What do you have up right now? Your W is about to come up. You should just go W the Gromp and just get started. And instead, you don't. A lot of drillers do this where like I don't know why, but like a lot of them just don't. They don't go to the X camp. Like let Cassia take care of it. Like it's her job to kite the blue if it goes towards her. And it's like doing right now this is not doing anything right now. And here I don't understand this. Like so right, I think there's something bad happens here. So I'm not sure what your plan is to do right now. Like so your bot lane's not even there. Okay, this is this entire your bot lane back. So this entire area is danger. This is danger. This is like this is danger. This entire this entire section of the map. Honestly, the entire map is danger. The entire enemy site is danger. So all you should do right now is just go to blue. Wait, we'll let your cast go all the way around and just go back to lane. And yeah, that's really all you can do. But instead, I think you died to Rise right now. Yeah, like I didn't really understand this. Like this, like I didn't understand what you were going for. Like, cause it's this dragon too, and your team's in no position to even take the dragon. So I don't know why you just didn't farm. Yeah, you're just dead. What did you buy? I don't think you bought anything. I don't care what your team is doing. I don't know what you're doing right now. I don't like that the spectator's a bit bugged. Trying to remember if the Gromp was taken or like, I'm gonna go back on that because I don't know why I hate spectator mode. I don't know what your plan is because yeah, that Gromp's up. I think your wolves are up too, so I'm not sure what you're doing over here. Yeah, you could also just instantly kill that too. I don't know. Take the Gromp, yeah. I'm not sure what you were going for there. I would have just farmed more. You also didn't W the Gromp. One reason you wouldn't W the Gromp is if you were scared of some kind of invade. But again, W the Gromp here would have been nice because again you're taking so much damage. Also, another thing to note is depending on how the enemy team was playing, it can be better to max your W instead of your E second. Like in this game particularly, because of like the rise, and the like pretty much the top mid and jungle, I would actually probably even max my W second just to have anti-scaling and because I was actually liking like the CC in one of my games. I was rushing a Trinimir and yeah, it just saved the whole game. It's actually a really underrated CC if used properly. Here you're going for a gank. You don't have a jungle item. You don't have a chilling smite, so it's really bad. Okay, like this gank has zero chance. In all honesty, like what's everyone's items? It's tanky. Yeah. He doesn't die. He got his aftershock. I don't know why your nothing pings you right now too. I think it's just him pinging you. He does. Oh, pings don't show in spectator. That's lame. But your reactor was pinging the hell out of you. I don't know why. Because it's like, what the hell are you supposed to do? You don't have any damage. Right here again. A big fan of just getting the W off and then queuing, not doing that. Kind of, but yeah, you're just so low. I mean, yeah, you just did the game, but you should have like at least 3. Oh, that's another thing. So the thing with Evelynn is she's a very punishing champion jungling if you mess up even once. So like right here, you your Q comes back up, and then this happens to me sometimes too before, where you shoot the Q that way because you're trying to kite. Yeah, if that happens, it's terrible because then your Q goes on full cooldown instead of being refreshed. By half, I believe, or like 40 or 60%. So yeah, what ends up happening is like you end up not even being able to kill these that much. So that pretty much sucks. So yeah, try to make that not happen. That's like one of the most punishing things about Evelynn jungle. Sometimes I wish they just made it so that they got rid of that and just gave it a flat cooldown, just so Evelynn could even lane and stuff and fight champions better. W the Raptor and Q the small one. Like that's the thing. Just W the big one and Q the small one run because like everything dies at the same time anyway. I remember some people when I was streaming, they were like, "Oh, why don't you go over here and shoot the Q?" It doesn't really matter because she does so much damage to it with her Q, her W and E anyway. That doesn't even really matter. And you could just kite them, but instead you're just like walking around in circles, tanking all this damage, not getting HP. Shouldn't be that low. Unfortunate that yeah, that happened. But yeah, you were very low. Um, I don't think you have a jungle item still. No, you got that and a crystal. Yeah, 11-minute jungle item is okay, but you don't have it because you want that ring. And I really don't like that ring. Oh, this is a disaster too. This was a big lesson too. There's a big thing that happens here. So I'm gonna slow it down a tiny bit. Wait, I'm not. So right here, you're not telling on her. That's great because a lot of people, but it is charm that her. Another thing you should maybe even consider is walking in a bit more and then charming, because the charm. That's another thing too. Her charm range scales with levels, so it can also lead to some interesting mind games and plays like that, where like you can even be like all the way over here and charming. Like it's really ranking W second can be good if you utilize it correctly. Her W is very tricky to like master and use properly though. But right here, this is fine. Like this is okay. Maybe you should wait a bit more, a second or two. And another thing about Evelynn's charm, which maybe shouldn't even be changed, is when you charm, you have to click right after. It would be nice if when you clicked and you said I was clicking over here and I charmed her, if it remembered where I was going. That would be as a nice quality of life. Maybe they kept it just as a skill cap to her or not, but that's just a big thing about her as well. Is that you always need to immediately click. You do it here, but there's an instance later on where you don't. So right here, right now, you have chilling smite. You right as soon as you put your W, you should just be spamming your chilling smite on her. And champions like this where they have movement speed, they have I don't think she has stealth yet, but does she have ult? I don't know if she will. I don't. Yeah, I think I honestly think again, if we go back a little bit, I think she ulted and stuff. So yeah, she wouldn't have ult. But she's really fast and agile. Maybe you don't know what summers have. So right now you should be spamming that chilling smite. Get that chilling smite on her because even if she flashes, you especially with that movement speed after summoner spell, you should be able to just catch up to her instantly and just E. Like, don't go for the skill shot. Go for the cheesy 100% hit chance E, and then Q. That's a really nice thing about Evelynn. The chilling smite trick is when you W chilling smite, you run up, and then you E and then Q, and it makes it so you don't have to worry about a skill shot. So right now, I'm not sure why you're not chilling smiting, and you end up just like I don't think you were in range for E either here. Like it was just an inch. I'm not sure why you were chilling smiting, and then yeah, you shot that. I don't know why, and then yeah, nothing ends up happening. That's pretty upsetting. You also get a chance to redeem yourself in a second, and nothing happens again. For the same reason. I would just kill this anyway. I would just farm. Always just farms. Screw it. It's always just a safer play. Like I don't even care about this. Well, Rise did die. Rise has TP though. That's the big danger play about it. So, like, that's the thing. Like, even if you were to go for a dive right here or something, I mean, it's kind of risky if she has everything. It's like, oh, say you get her and say you're all low. Well, now Rise has tempo because he's full HP with TP. Cassio's TP is up, so she couldn't get back. So there's pros and cons to everything. The safest bet was just a farm, which is so. I mean, you did do that, so it's fine. But doing it sooner is better. No hesitation. Yeah, same thing happens here. Well, not really. So, you do the chilling smite, which is great. And yep, you E, that's great. You Q, and you get a bit antsy here, where for some reason you ult early instead of like because you didn't even get a single Q off, and you don't have that bonus damage. So this kill was actually really close, believe it or not. So yeah, pretty much always just be patient with Evelynn's ult because if you don't have that extra damage, it's pretty garbage. One thing to remember though is you could use Q and then use two Qs and then ult if the ult's if she's in threshold because it will actually proc the last hit. That's only if you know it'll kill them and you know it's in the threshold range. Otherwise, you would wait for the third hit. But say you were against a bursty champion, you just do uh Q. Well, yeah, you could do Q. E Q uh Q, auto Q, and then ult, and it would still get all three. So, just saying, pretty much in general, just ult when the threshold's up. You get the jungle item finally, and an Am Tome. And I'll be honest, I'm really like, especially because you don't have Relentless Hunter. Oh no, you have Relentless Hunter instead of Ultimate Hunter. Uh, you should definitely be getting a Lich Bane just because you need CDR as Evelynn if you don't have Ultimate Hunter. That's the reason I sometimes like Ultimate Hunter is because it allows me to build like that team is a bit bursty, so like building items like what do you call it like even a Banshee's Veil can be good or a Morello's can be quite powerful. I think I don't know. Is this typically Lich Bane is a good second item? The thing is, it is just pure damage, but it is good on Evelynn, especially if you take the raw AP scaling items. But I do sometimes again build HP if I need HP. But yeah, I'm not even sure where you're going. I think you're going for Mellows this game. I forgot. But just saying, with your setup, I think you have no choice but to get Lich Bane unless you got Ultimate Hunter. And Lich Bane would also make up for the movement speed you're lacking. That's why Lich Bane's also really nice in Evelynn. But do know that it's not always correct to get Lich Bane second. It is sometimes needed to get like a Zanya's or Morello's or even the weird Banshee's Veil. Because they do have 4 AP on the team and kind of with Kai'Sa as well. Here again, I don't understand why you don't W it. And that's also the nice thing too, is I need water. I'm dying. So I know this is in range, but another nice thing again is the range of a W is nice. Like let's say it was a bit off. I think you are in range even with a rank one. But yeah, always just get in the habit of just Wing first, and just queuing the small one, and then just walking away. You're just taking so much unnecessary damage. Like this should already be dead, instead it's not dead. W early on also makes it so when you go like near your next buff, it'll be up. Yeah, your W was up. I'm not sure why you didn't do it. Yeah, I think it was up even over here. Just get into the habit of Wing early. That's just a big thing. Not sure why you're not farming that. Trying to think what you were doing. I just think you should be flash farming. Evelynn, if Evelynn falls behind, she's absolutely worthless. You need to just constantly being at levels, because not finishing, like, because sometimes, like, yeah, you do 1, 2, and then 3, and then maybe do something if you're not planning on doing this. But like usually you want to at least finish a section of the map before going somewhere else. Like you didn't finish this, so it just really makes the clear awkward and the XP's awkward as well. I don't think you even ended up killing this guy. Yeah, the Q missed too, which is a huge damage loss. If that Q hit, I think he would have died. Why did he miss? Let's look. So, Recton's getting the stun. Yeah, you should just chilling smited, get in the range, and then E probably. Because Recton was right there, the root's right there, so you could have just walked there, got the E. Or just use your Q when he gets stunned. Well, yeah, like right now. But yeah, you missed the Q before. So yeah, there's not enough damage. I think he lives. Or no, he does live. Yeah, that's a shame. Kills himself. You got source boots. That's good. Oh yeah, that's another thing I forgot to mention. I really think the wait, what vision? I don't know what it's called. I think it's called Sentry. Uh, the Sentry isn't useful on Evelynn unless it's like your team doesn't have any, I guess, or if you're versing like a champion like I don't know, a stealth champion like Kha'Zix or Shaco. But in this instance, you're not versing any stealth champions, so it's pretty pointless. It's better off just buying a trinket and just keeping that, because the only thing that sees you is our pink words. So I'm not sure. Yeah, just don't do that. It's very situational. Only do it against stealth champions, really, and even then, it's kind of just saying. Let's go back so I can pay attention to what's going on here. So, yeah, I'm not sure why you're walking all the way that way when she was walking like that. Yeah, you paused here too. You should have instead like W, smite and E and then Q or something. Because even if she flashes or something, did she even flash? Yeah, she has flash. Yeah, she would just die because there's too many slows. Yeah, you missed that too. Yeah, there's always just chilling smite. The W and chilling smite is the kill combo. When you miss Q, it just can't really kill him. You shouldn't even have to ult there. Stop. That guy's TPN. Oh, he's flash. What? Wait, what happened? Oh, that's their word. Okay. TP doesn't show, I guess. Interesting. Yeah, a little bit of a mistake. I don't really care what happens right now. So what'd you buy? Nothing. Oh, so yeah, that's another thing with Evelynn right now is at this point, like when she gets items, she doesn't really need to like with certain camps, she doesn't really need to wait for the W. I think it mostly just applies to wolves and raptors. Everything else you should always just W first. Again, you should definitely W that. You're just taking, I think this is like total like 300 damage, 240 damage about. 260. Oh yeah, here was a big mistake. This happens 2 times as well. So she overextends. So right here. What's your ranks? I think it's so rank. Oh my god. Yeah. So first off, you should definitely get closer, like over here, like your vision range, and then W. Just because she can't really kill you. So yeah. And also when you W here, you didn't click immediately, so you stood still. So you kind of scared her. But yeah, I didn't understand that. I'm not even sure why you walked back. Because if you got a little bit closer and then did it and chilling smite, she would die. Like the key to Evelyn's success is like, don't go here and then W, you'll die probably. But if you go over here and she was right, like say right there, and then W and chilling smite, they're dead. Just E onto them and then Q. Yeah, that was a kill. That was a free kill. Again, this whole scanner thing is pointless. Only do it against stealth. Here was a free kill too. The same thing happened here where you click W and then you stand still. Like again, I guess that's a skill cap of Evelynn, unless they ever plan ever change that. But regardless, you could have chilling smited her like right now even. But even then, you should have got a bit closer, and you wouldn't even been in range if you just clicked it right away. So yeah, you just missed that. I mean, that wasn't a miss. It's like kind of like, well, very low chance to get that kill because it's kind of RNG with the skull shot at that point. Go on farm. Should probably charm the big one in that instance. You have enough items. At this point, I didn't see the rest of the VOD. I started to stop because the audio got terrible. That's like the zoning W, I guess. Again, I can't really tell what camps are up right now, but if there's camps up, I would definitely just farm. Sometimes it's nice to just like go, use a W on someone and then just walk away and go farm, and they'll think you're still there. Just tell your team to play safe or something. You're almost level 11, which is a huge power spike. Not sure what's going on. Oh yeah. So yeah, this girl's dead. And right now, I was confused what happened because it looks like you get knocked back. But what ends up happening is, so Johnny comes in. You should have instantly just chilling smited her and W'd her and just killed her as well. And yeah, she had to do a flash. So if you were keeping tabs on that too, it would be this was definitely a free kill because you didn't even W the karma, which was correct. It was not worth doubling the karma there. But yeah, you could have easily just killed this Sejuani if you just W and Chilling Smited and just walk with them. I don't know about that one. Maybe this could have worked if you Chilling Smited, but you do have ultimate, so it's not as ballsy as you would think. Again, yeah, you walk really far away if that was the play. If you dedicated a flash to that and that was your play, yeah, you should have definitely just smited and then like even just eat it and stuff. You could have even argued just to like go on Rise or something, and then just ult for damage. Like that could have been a play, just because Karma's already dead, and your ultimate, yeah, it wouldn't kill anyone, but everyone would get low because they would all group up in one bunch, and your whole team is full HP, so they could see just tower, even get the second tower, and they're all low. So like even plays like that where you don't even kill anyone but get everyone low and use up a resource that can be a play. Because realistically, this should even be a 3v5 scenario. Yeah, can't do anything about that. Yeah. Why? What was that? How did Ezra die? Oh, his shirt's on and he does this. Wow, you guys like threw this. What the hell happened? Ezra, like, I don't know. You die here? Yeah, that's fine. This was like game over at this point. This was the biggest throw ever. You like doing the death cap build, I think. Which is fine. Sometimes just going pure damage like death cap waste times could be a good build. I wonder if it's stronger than getting Lich Pain. It might be, honestly. I haven't tested a lot. I'm tired. Yeah, this game's very boring, that's why. Yeah. Farm your camps. Cats can farm 2 camps? Yeah, you really don't know what to do right now. That was just the biggest store ever. That was really worth it right now. Yeah, it's scenarios like this. Like the reason maxing W second can be very powerful on Evelynn is because the increased duration, even if they have Ninja Tabby, is this really nice? Because she would have walked closer and stuff. Maybe you could have got her, although probably not. Maybe a good chunk. I don't know what that was. It doesn't matter though. It's not important. Wow, that was a crazy old. What? I think that's a big throw by Cass. What the hell? Oh, she missed her Q. She's dead. Oh, she won. Is that range? I think it was range, just didn't die. No, it wasn't the range, I don't think. Yeah, maybe a little bit more patient on that ult. Man, you guys are throwing. What the hell? This game should have been over. Yeah, that's the thing too. Like, you don't have ultimate, so you can't get like a weird pick right now, which sucks. Yeah, 60 seconds. Oh, what the hell happened? I don't know. Yeah, no ultimate. I think tanks do 2,000 damage, Rose. Wow. Yeah, your vision score isn't that high because of it's not a good trinket on Evelynn. Should just kite this camp a bit more, run to the next objective. Your melees at this point don't do a significant damage to justify just tanking damage. What happened here? I was saying about something. I think you ate the W. W out of range. And chilling smite. I think you get W too. Yeah, you get W. She's just really fed too. I think she's a Zanya. I don't really care what happens, really. What your team does is relevant. Oh, Baron throw. Double. Wow, 1Q did that much damage. What? Nice mate. Sorry, I'm like thinking about like, item builds right now. One of those could be a good buy. Why does your... Oh, he's playing. I forgot they changed Death Stance. Yeah. I feel like you can be way more crazy, like just W, chilling smite, walk a bit away, go back in or something. You can flash or something. Cause you're not gonna do the Baron. Void staff. Voice out rush can be decent, but I don't know. Is this raw damage? I don't think voice out was a good point pick here, just because your main target is Ryze and Kaisa, and kind of Karma, not really though, and your W shreds. I don't know about voice half that like that. I think it would have been better just getting again just like Lich Bane and like even a Morello's. Morello's is nice on Evelynn because of the pen and the flat pen which scales with source boots. The sudden dash impact rune and her W, because then we have like pretty much 0 MR at that point, which is so that's why aim is actually pretty good on Evelynn, because their cast doesn't have that. No one has Grievous runes on his team, and they have a decent amount of healing. So a build you could even do is just Stalker's Blade and like a Lich Bane Morello's, or because at that point in the game everyone heals. And again, you should maybe try out maxing up W second. It's very powerful if used properly and it against the right matchup. Because yeah, E is better depending on the matchup and stuff and the circumstances of your team. Yeah. Could that have went better? Yeah, because you have a ward here, so you could like you want to get so yeah, so you're over here. Let's just go. This is fine. They place their own thing. You're in that. Go over here. I feel like you're going way too far away. You should be like over here. About waiting to get like Heist or Rise. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, like this. Well, yeah, I understand like the route. Flash and route could have been interesting. So yeah, I understand that maybe you could have been over there. That's fine. Let me just process open. My mouse too dry for this right now. It impacts brain functionality. So, I'm guessing you saw the whole thing, that's why you did that, so that makes sense. When I'm designing the game, this is a bit weird. So, you flashed in? Even W? This is crazy. So yeah, that's another thing that's interesting. So, if you had max strength W, you could even just W the Kaisa and just take her out of the fight right now, or even the Rise if you didn't want her. So that's another thing. You just use your W as a zone because like if because it gets to the point where Evelynn does so much damage she doesn't need her W even especially against squishy targets that you can use it as zone or again for the slow. But yeah, in this circumstance you could use it to zone out someone. So yeah, you do have Chilling Smite. I would have just instantly just like QW the Kaisa and just go on her. Be flash. I don't think the flash was necessary. Because you need to do your whole entire queue, or at least 2 parts of it before ulting. So flashing was pointless because you can just walk up to them. And if you're chilling smite, you get the movement speed boost. So if you flash in and just kind of walk, like that flash didn't do anything there. The ult was okay. You also queued the Kaisa, and I just feel like if you didn't flash, you could have just got a nice damage off and then just ulted and killed even both of them. Was that through? Yeah, he probably should have ran away a bit more. But, he probably would have died anyway. Gas gets fed here anyway. I don't know if she can do. Oh, she can. Oh, I remember. Oh, this is a side note. I just think it's funny how much HP champions heal nowadays. Like, I remember it was I remember Will of the Ancients was the most toxic item in the game because champions are healing too much. And then now we have this rune that you get by default that makes you heal too much. I don't understand. How times have changed. I just remember that like sustain was the most toxic thing, but Riot doesn't care about anymore. I don't think you would buy anything. You bought an elixir. I'll be honest. Whenever I buy elixirs, I never really feel the impact. The only time I ever really buy them is if you have a Baron power play or something, or like a dragon, just that because you want to end the game then or do as much as damage. I don't know about that. Uh, I mean, cause yeah, you want to buy the death cap. But I mean, whatever. The game doesn't end, so I don't know. We'll see how much worth that elixir is. That's fine. Yeah, you don't need a W anymore, really. What? Yeah, she has Zonias, but it's like I don't know why you're so scared. Like that's the thing. If you're so scared, you should really just you should be building some kind of armor like Azanias or like preferably like a Morello's. That's why Morello's nice because like when a champion gets really fed like that, you can at least walk up to him like even like yeah you have your ult like because like if just place all your debuffs on because your team, it's like I'll be honest like so yeah your team's right here. Okay, no vision on top. That's fine. Yep, we got hit. Team's back on. I see him, and it's just like I don't know. It's like it depends. Like I'll be honest. Since Pike left, I guess it's fine. Pike because Pike has ultimate, but I feel like if Pike was over here, it would have maybe been good. I don't know. Archon's dead though. I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm applying my own logic in this game as like I think I'm like, you should be stronger. You know, I guess it's okay. Maybe it would have been a throw, guys. It's honestly, if Rexton's dead, I honestly wasn't even paying attention. So what you shouldn't have done that. So yeah, that was fine. It was a false alarm. That was correct. What happened there? That was very forced. Why didn't she just? I don't know why this drawing didn't do that. He needs to buy my potion. Just want to see what was happening there. Let me look what you're doing. Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of whatever. They just went into a freaking cast. Again, your team should be the one with that ward. You just died? Oh my god. Hey, let me just say that. I'm not sure if you know that or not, but like, again, if you have Zhonya's, you can tank Baron way easier. But, yeah, whoever's closest to Baron has to tank it, so. Yeah, you almost died. So, I don't know if that was calc. I don't think it was. But, just remember that. Also, you do half damage when a Baron hits you. Yeah, I guess you're just waiting for your team to regroup. The thing about Kais is that she has a Zanya, so it's hard to make a play happen. Can we just make her burn it though? Like that's the nice thing at Ultimate Hunter is that your ultimate will come up fast, and if she flashes Zanya's, it'll be fine. Oh wow. Could you have you ulted? You might have been smashing the keyboard, but I want to see if you were able to. Oh, it wasn't up yet. Yeah, that sucks. Because they have no CR. Because again, you need Ultimate Hunter or Lich Bane, honestly, because it's just too long of a cooldown. I don't really care what happens here. I really don't care. Yeah, I don't think you can kill him. He's a lot of armor. What the? Ow. That's awful. Well, sometimes why I like Lich Bane is it's pretty much another spell, and it would just be nice. It's also why maxing that W can be nice too. Because having W and voice stuff's kind of weird. If you proc both, it's kind of redundant. Oh, yeah, I don't really care what happens. Yeah, I really don't agree with that voice stuff that really. You also have your stacks, Madras. But yeah, I don't think Russian voice apps are that good. I think if you were buying a second item or rather, I guess second and a half item because of the Madras, or second item, just get a Morello's or a Lich Bane. It's very nice. You can also get a Leandries if you don't want your team build a Leandries because it's a very strong item against their tank lineup. Like if you had that for that Maokai, the Maokai would have likely died. What happens here? So Rise only has one more item. He doesn't have his item yet. You honestly probably no. You did like yeah. Here's another thing. Like you don't even need your W for this guy. But again, you just don't have your ult. And again, like when I was playing Evelynn, I was running into this problem. It just comes down to your ult. Like I really again recommend Ultimate Hunter, and you get Lich Bane sometimes. Sometimes you don't need it because like again with Ultimate Hunter, sometimes you don't need Lich Bane. But Lich Bane is very nice for the moon speed because you don't have Relentless Hunter. So yeah, you can't really do anything there. But if you had your ultimate, it would be a death. I mean, a kill. What happened to Ezreal? Oh, he gets chaos. That's a shame. Yeah, just fucking get out. You can't do anything. You have your ult though. What's this risky? Again, if you ever keep tabs on summers, you can see like, oh yeah, so like, again against this lineup, like it could have been a good build to get like Morello's Banshee's Veil or something like that, or even like I don't know, Lich Bane Morello's Banshee's Veil, or even Lich Bane and then a Banshee's Veil, just because like it screws up Ryze's combo, which is really nice. Yeah. Just the timing is off in the build. You're just very squishy as well at this point. What's going on here? Cast TPing, but it's bugged. That's why I was confused at. I don't know why it does that. So... She has a cleanse too. I don't know what you can do here. Maybe you could have got her. Maybe it's better to play it safe. I don't think this is worth risking. You can use this win this game by just CG. Even Ezreal. What the hell happened? Takara's buggy. Yeah, you got her too. What? Guy says everything besides Resoners. Yeah, that Makai, you don't want to screw with him. What the hell? So I need to go back on here. That was just weird. I don't know what the hell he's doing. You honestly probably could have even saved the Ezreal if you W him instantly. Cause you do have your W. Ezreal doesn't have any fight. He probably would have died anyway, but still. Also remember it's okay to use your W sometimes just for the slow. Oh yeah, you should have used the Marco. What? The hell? I gotta smash the keyboard. I'm not sure about that one. So I wanted to also go over a little bit, because one thing about Evelynn is the weird thing is that when she jungles, she autos a lot. Like after her initial W, she just stays in her and autos and stays in range. The thing with her when you play her though is so preferably you should win a bit earlier, but like when you do your initial burst, like the problem is that you're using your abilities like really spaced out. You should be really using all of them at once, really, like W one target, Q, and then E and stuff, and then just run away because her E gives a movement speed bonus for 2 seconds, 3%, in which you just run away and then get back your passive. Because when you get back your passive, your E resets, so it's actually on a shorter cooldown than it says. But also it gets is it pretty much double damage? And it's not double damage, but it's pretty much. Is it? It's not double damage. I think it's like 30 or 40% more damage, and it becomes an AOE. Plus, it has more range. So, like right here, you do get hit by that little thing, but when you get hit, 2 second cooldown because it was on one. Now it goes back to goes back to two. And yeah, you only need to wait like point. It's right on 0.4. And yeah, maybe if you wait 0.4 seconds to get your E, it would have been nice damage. But yeah, you don't get that empowered E because her non-empowered E is freaking weak. I think at this point the game's over though, honestly. Because I want to also say, like, even though it doesn't really matter on here, it's like, yeah, Q in. Why does this happen? Yeah, like right now, just walk away and just W and then go back in because your W came back up and both your skills were like a 4 to 5, 6 second cooldown. Just W and walk away and just wait and then go back in when your E comes empowered. Because waiting like that, because Evelynn plays really weird because it's not obvious how to play her, and I think that's the tricky thing about her is just you need to realize that you get damaged by doing nothing essentially. So staying in there mailing isn't always the optimal thing. Just getting your damage from your passive is better. I think at this point the game's over, so I don't think there's really anything to say. Yeah. So I mean, honestly, I hope this helped. If you have any questions, you can ask me like a few on I mean, I guess Twitter because that's where you message me. But yeah, if there's any question about what I mean by something in this video, you can ask me. But yeah, I think it's really comes down to your rune choice. Like, just get the flat AP per level, on the adaptive force ring above 70% HP and the Gathering Storm. If you don't like Gathering Storm because you don't maybe find it useful, yeah, you can take the moon speed, like the damage above HP and the when you use a summoner you get movement speed buff because that can be nice on Evelynn, but in my personal preference I've always liked Gathering Storm just because my issue isn't catching up with him because Chili Spike already gives movement speed. It's just I need more damage and I need to proc my ultimate and be in range because like even in this game sometimes your ultimate wasn't in the threshold just barely even with your mistakes. If you had that it would have been enough to have the threshold because again she has very high AP scalings and yeah, I mean, again, I pretty much said everything. Just think about ranking up your W second, to max it. Think about the mind games with your W. Kite camps more. Start out camps with a W on the big ones. Q like the small raptors, the small Krug, and then walk away and then go in just to save a lot of HP. Walk away and wait until your Q comes back up and just like don't auto as much as you need to. Just walk away because everything will die at the same time anyway. Autoing a raptor early is not worth taking 80 more damage or whatever and losing a burn damage. So yeah, I mean that's really it. Hope this was good and worth $20, guys. So yeah, bye bye.